All right, it's time for transfer training. This is an important piece. We want to make sure that the stuff and the work we're doing in our practice is actually going to transfer onto the golf course, because that's where we want to see our results. So you're going to want to start to add pieces to the practice, especially at the end, that's going to help bridge that gap. So this is one of my kind of favorite drills. I'm just going to hit a shot, and then what you're going to do out of our big three skills we're always talking about, the low point to do with contact, our center hits, which also have to do with quality of contact, and then we have our directional control as to where the club face is pointed at impact. Those are the three things we're going to focus on really on these shots. The idea here is you're going to take 5 shots. After each swing, if you don't get your desired result with the shot, you're going to then have to do a little investigative work yourself and think which one of those 3 skills, again, low point, center hit, or club face direction, was the main reason or was responsible for you not getting the result you were looking for. So I'll hit this shot here, and again, my target, I'm just going to be trying to hit the target, so I'm listening for quality contact, feeling the center hits, and then of course I can see where the ball hits the target. So if I was to make this swing right here, okay, and so there was something certainly missing on that one. I liked the direction, it hit the target, that was fine. And then the low point I was kind of happy with. It didn't feel like I thudded the ground. It didn't feel like I hit it really thin, but I wasn't overly excited with the center contact. I could feel that club face move in my hands. So if I take a look at this, I'll come in and see, maybe you could see that. I did spray the club face with the powder. I don't know how that is for distance, but if you can see that, you can see I struck that ball considerably on the heel. So I want to get in the habit of doing this. So that would have been kind of a shot that would have maybe flown a little lower than normal, maybe peeled off to the right a little bit there, but it certainly I would have known something was wrong with that. Being able to identify what the problem was, so feeling, before I looked, I knew I'd kind of hit it in the heel. I can free myself up for a fix on the golf course. If I did a bunch of those in a row, I know what the mistake is. Because of the way I've been practicing and training, I know how to fix those heel strikes. I know how to move it more towards the toe for a more solid shot. Okay, instead of being bewildered out there on the golf course as to, well, what went wrong with that shot, and potentially fixing something that didn't need fixing in the first place. So let's do that again, and then we'll do something maybe a little bit different with this one. Okay, so struck the target, felt pretty solid as far as the center hit, and also felt pretty good with the contact. So if I was to hit a shot like that on the golf course, I would have been fairly happy with the results. Everything sort of fell within my parameters for how I'm judging my skill level, and I would just move on. Okay, let's grab a third shot. And then for this one, I won't say anything. I'll kind of hit the shot and then let everyone kind of figure out for themselves, have you guess if that was good or if I'd missed somewhere, and if I did miss, what the miss was. Okay, that actually worked out pretty good, because if you could pay attention, if you're able to see in this video where that ball hit the screen, it could also maybe be a little misleading. So this would be a good example. So hitting that shot, I'll give you a quick second here to take a guess at what you think the priority would be. Was it a bad low point? Was it a bad center hit? Or was it a directional control issue? And then I'll give you my opinion on it. Okay, there's our quick pause. Hopefully you've taken a guess. And I'm going to say the problem with that shot was center hits. I definitely feel like I hit that one way off the toe. And this is why I said it's maybe potentially a little misleading, is because it did miss the target. So I could see how people might guess that it was a club face problem. But the big deal was off the toe. I could feel that rotate in my hands. So if I was to fix that shot, again, I'd be going towards center hit. So I haven't looked at this yet. We'll take a look and we'll see if I'm right. So I'll bring that a little closer. So there's the last shot. These were the 3 shots I hit. That was my first, my second, and then there was the one off the toe. So that's important, because If that ball would have flown off to the right, if I was on the golf course thinking, geez, I really need to work on closing my club face, I'm giving myself wrong information. The problem with that shot was center hit. And that way I know whether, maybe not encourage you to try to fix it on the golf course, just sort of take inventory there, and then know when you're coming back to your practice sessions, what do I really need to be practicing? Because I need to do a better job of these center hits when I'm on the golf course. Okay, so that's our transfer training for the week. Do 5 shots with an iron. Do 10 if you have time. And then do 5 or 10 with a driver as well. The same idea. Hit a shot, evaluate it, and then pick which one of those main skills is the factor for you not getting the result you were looking for.